Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to NFT Live on the Web3 Network. I'm Nifty Q. That's Biggie Poppins, Gifted. We've got some other special co-hosts hopping in here in just a moment. Last time we saw you guys, we had a pretty banger episode. We're going to try to follow that up with another one here. We're going to go about an hour, take you around the NFT space, see what's happening in crypto land. Green, last time I checked, the markets were green today. So we'll see. Let me jump back in, make sure I'm not talking in the past tense. Yeah, we're looking good. Feeling good. Oh, God. Damn it, Biggie Poppins.
What happened?
We can't get away from the cappies ever.
You know what happened now?
I love it, dude. What's up, GM?
Why would you want to? They're amazing.
You're right.
Did you see the what is it, like Lisan Al Capi or whatever?
Yeah,
come on.
That's good.
Amazing. Let's go.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
You got chips? Wait, what?
Chips are supposed to shatter. If the chip doesn't break,
Crunch.
Yeah, that's
may thy chip.
That's just like a cut on the roof of your mouth right there. That's what that is. You don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want it. Biggie Poppins, I'm just giving you a hard time. GM, sir. Awesome morning with you so far. We had Say What and GM Web3. We're hopping into NFT Live. Thank you guys for bearing with us on the late start here. Appreciate you guys joining in early. I'm going to do my best to share it out on socials as well. We're talking Say Network, so the Cappy stuff actually makes a lot of sense, some good context, but a lot of larger updates. I feel like it was like 2 weeks ago that we were just sitting here saying like nothing's happening, like other than maybe potential runes on the forefront and ordinals kind of. Man, there was nothing going on, and it seems like that narrative is shifting a little bit. A lot of action on the major stuff. So, Biggie Poppins, let's do it, dude.
Dude, GM fam, so happy to be here. Can't wait to talk about so many good things coming. Excited. We're just 2 days away, or is it a day away? Kind of like, I mean, day after tomorrow, 420. We're gonna have a good time. I'm looking forward to that a lot. So been cooking up some like cool little like trivias and quizzes and games and stuff to talk about. It's going to be fun.
Love it, man. Gifted, fresh off GM Web3, talking total Terminator domination with WorldCoin. What's up, dude?
I just want to see this pamp continue to all-time Bitcoin highs so I don't have to eat a full jalapeno live on this show. So I'm that's what I'm hoping for. You know, pray for me. I don't know. I don't know that we're gonna get there before the halving. It might be close. Again, I was shocked that DP was actually able to coordinate with the Iranian regime as well as the SEC and Gary Gensler at the same time to stop our momentum. I didn't. That was my bad. I didn't think he had it in him, and he fucking shocked me. I should have known. I was naive coming into this wager. And so you know, right now I have to give it up to him. He's played his hand well, and it's probably going to be max pain for me. But
live on stream. Get ready for the content. What shirt is that, by the way? Is that a crypto shirt? Oh, Rareable.
What do you mean? What shirt?
Yeah,
you don't recognize
the logo? No, I just saw the logo. So
nice.
Represent.
It kind of looks like a Pornhub logo. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just saying it kind of does. It's got the like if you
we know what Q is doing right before this.
Yeah, that's true.
Show.
That's why we're late. Yep, there it is. You caught me. Christian Jensen saying GM, Cats Fanatic, OVOT, BTC Boss, hi fam. DP says on my way back to the house. I'm gonna tap in as soon as I get back. Can't wait to see what DP's up to on the. Although he's not gonna join after the comments we just made. We know how he can get. He's like, no, I'm gonna stay away from that convo fully. GM to Easy and Crypto as well, and Hawk. Is that Hawk? Hawk? I'm just gonna call him Hawk. He is asking where DP is. So
it's Hawks, bro. Hawks. Like Hawks, like Hawk plural, but with an X. Come on.
I'll see myself out. I'll see myself out. Okay, Gifted, I haven't asked you because I feel like it's just been flowing into the show. We've had a lot to talk about to do the handy dandy. Let's do it, dude.
It's okay. I like getting a break every once in a while. You know, it takes a lot of work to be able to deliver the old handy dandy the way that it's done when you do it right. So anyway, what's the point? The point is, if you take a moment to use your eyeballs and scroll what's happening down here, you'll understand that we have to remind everybody this one important thing, and that is that we're not financial advisors. I know it can get confusing. I know sometimes when the market's all over the place and everybody's brains are scattered that we might forget this one very, very important thing. But just always remember, your bags are your bags. They are not our bags. They are your bags. And that means it's your responsibility what you do with your funds. Don't take what we say as financial advice. All right, you get the point.
Damn,
we did it.
Gift Dad coming back with the heat on the disclaimer. So that's what you were missing, folks. That's what you were missing. All right, the thumbnail says Say Network V2 is incoming, right? Do we get a Say V2 season? Feels like the wheels are turning in the right direction. A lot of really cool sentiment on the timeline that has to do with one single tweet from the Say Network team. We'll get into that in just a moment. I'm going to share the link here for my co-host as well as you guys on the post over there on X. So we want as many people in here as possible. So I'm going to share this out. This is us looking at us in just a moment.
Meta.
So a little bit meta. I'm sharing that over there in the comment section as well as the private chat. So let's hit that. Let's try to get as many folks in here for the party. And let's be off and running, guys. Real quick, I'm going to take a very brief look at the overall market. Over the last 24 hours, we have seen a little bit of movement here on the green side. It doesn't seem like it's, I think like around 9 a.m., 10 a.m., it felt like, okay, here it is. And certainly we can continue that trend here. But you see the larger caps here, Bitcoin over 63.7 now, Ethereum at 3,000. Let's see where Ethereum bottomed at over the last week. Looks like we bottomed out at 29.4. So thought we went a little bit lower than that, honestly. So we're not out of the mix yet. As Biggie Poppins likes to tell us, there will be blood at some point. A little bit lower, I think, on the 7-day chart here. So I think the bottom was found around 60K here on Bitcoin. So really, like,
we never used
for ants.
Crypto Bubbles. You should go check out Crypto Bubbles because we should use that more. It's actually a really solid visualization, like data viz, of like what's happening overall. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like this does the same thing.
Yeah, no, send that.
Just search Crypto Bubbles. That's the first thing that comes up. Crypto Bubbles.
Crypto Bubbles. All right, I'll try. It's a little bit tougher for me to do that while we're live, but Injective was the top performer here. Akash is at 11%. Gala at 9%. So those are the top performers there in the past 24 hours. Sui and Core hit pretty hard here.
Yeah.
Not much out of that. I mean, Jesus, if you're still holding Monero, well, what are you doing on the daily? I mean, that's wild. That Monero. I mean, the use case is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but just wow. Imagine just waking up talking about Monero every day.
Yeah,
couldn't be me, fam.
Our list: Wax coverage coming soon. Monero coverage next on the list.
Lemon GF GMTU also Jawa saying BJ. That's interesting.
Yeah, right. that's it's beyond bonjour.
Yeah, bonjour. Yeah,
bonjour.
Of course.
That's
bonjour.
Yeah, it's Thirst Trap Thursday, so you can interpret it however you want. You filthy minded fuckers. But I'm pretty sure Jawa just means bonjour. No, he's classy. He keeps it classy.
Here we go. Little data visualization on the day here. So you can see that the problem with this is you need to know them by heart. I guess you could click in.
I do.
Akash.
Yeah.
So Akash network. Yeah. Okay. I like this.
You can sort by hour, day, week, month, and then also up there where your cursor is, it says 1 to 100. So you can go to like the next, 100, 200. There you go. You get the breadth, more of the meme coin action in here. So yeah, this is just a really awesome live data viz to see what's happening in real time.
Yeah, this is actually a really cool tool. I've seen these visuals on my timeline, but I had never been to the actual Crypto Bubble site. So good stuff. Yeah, DP, we're talking Monero. This is 2016. We
Gip
want to
is
be
like buying gobs of it.
There we go. Privacy, baby. WorldCoin. That's part of the topics today too. So yeah, I mean, who knows where we go? We've been kind of LARPing as financial advisors here, trying before the halving, kind of saying, hey, look, this is where I think the market's going. This will be true.
Betting our
literally
taste buds
betting
and our anuses on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens post-halving, but that is incoming in 2 days. There's often a lot of volatility around that moment. And then usually, we have an epic run-up in the overall macro side of things for a long time. I'm not going to put a specific time frame to that, but a long time for these post-halving events. So we shall see. Looks like Brett was a top performer there in that 200 range, by the way. So base tokens potentially getting some relief as well. I know there's been a lot of hard hit meme coins on the Solana and base coin side. BF, you were mentioning that a little bit on GM Web3. I don't know if you care to bring it up.
Let's just say I am the type of dumb degenerate that even when the market is taking a giant shit, I'm like still trying to play meme coins. So I've been like tossing, funds into the most ridiculous things over the last few days, mostly just getting wrecked. But there's one new one that seems to be really heating up. That I'll call out. Again, you already know, not financial advice. This is the highest risk, most ridiculous shit, but I try and bring the ones that I think are more interesting, so you can always watch them. Maybe they're interesting. So Ponke, Ponke, is a Solana meme coin that's been around for a few months. I think it launched at the end of 2023, and it's looks like it's getting close to hitting 100 mil market cap.
What's
right now. It's it's Ponke, like monkey, but Ponke. And the reason why this one's interesting is that it's really running lately, and a lot of it's because there's a bunch of big influencers that are starting to pump this thing. So you know what that means. It just means that it's probably got some traction. It'll probably do something. Obviously, you got to watch out for a lot of those people dumping on you. But but this is one of those ones.
Grand finale.
But this is one of those ones that I look at as like it has maybe like BOEM potential. Like it could run up to 1.5 billion at some point. It's one of those that like it can catch the narrative, get a ton of liquidity thrown at it, and then all of a sudden, it goes from 80 million to a $1 billion market cap in a day. That's what I see with this as the potential. Then there's like really retarded.
I'm gonna hold on, Gib, because I want to do the screen transition without messing up your mic, but I want to show off Ponke here. So again, yeah, on Solana, it has been a token that's been around, it looks like, for a while.
Yeah,
but it looks like it has legs. Yeah,
it's been really running. You can look at that volume. You can see all that volume coming in down there, right? And that's that move up. But so okay, this one I thought was worth calling out. I don't own any. Again, we'll always be fully transparent. I'm telling y'all this before I even have any. But this is one that I'm watching right now that I think has legs. And then I'll just mention Elon Musk, Moosk. This is one that I was playing that is taking a dip. And so this one could either go to 0 or it could go to $100 million. So this is like even more Moosk.
I love this people narrative, dude. It's hilarious.
So yeah, so people have been creating a bunch of these different like I'm also in Jeet. I'm in Jeet Bezos. I've been playing a bunch of these.
Oh.
So this one is diving right now, and it's either gonna go to 0 or this one's gonna go to like 50 mil, 100 mil market cap. So
50-50.
Yeah, this one's definitely a 50-50 coin flip right now. I'm still holding it. This one I am in, and I'm hoping that this one just doesn't die, but it very likely might go to 0.
I have to clip this scene. This is literally my favorite scene ever of anything that we do here in crypto. Just
yeah.
Hey, seriously, is this safe driving to Baghdad?
Yes, very safe. 50-50.
Yeah,
that's exactly the conversations
except
we
that
have.
I'm not saying this is very safe. That's the difference here. I'm saying this is opposite 50-50. Of safe.
Can I bring one up since you're bringing?
Yeah, go ahead. 50-50.
Yeah,
it's 50-50 day.
It's Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like now like
is there a ticker? What's the ticker, Biggie?
There's like Warren Buffett.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you.
Yeah, they're creating all these memes around these different well-known like investors and characters, and like some of them are doing okay. A lot of them are going to fucking zero. Again, I got in on Jeet Bezos, and that one looks like it might go to zero on me. I'm hoping the Elon Musk does not, but I don't know.
Somebody out there is putting their entire net worth into these things.
Oh yeah, the halving is coming, bro.
Yeah,
bet on this dumb meme coin.
It's the culture casino. It's here to stay.
What's the market cap?
So GIF sounds like he's using a little bit of the timeline, which can get a little dicey sometimes. What's your source here, Biggie Poppins, for accessing some of these meme coins like this one that you have?
I don't know about accessing, but okay, and I will. We brought it up before. I'll bring it up again, but I'm starting to get more bullish on it. It's this token called DITH, DITH. I got that from the Cappy Hoodie DAO. We have some pretty crazy Solana chads in there, and at first I was like, oh, okay, like this gives you access to it can give you access to two different tools. One of them, you need to have 2,500 tokens to access the bot. And the bot, it's not a sniping bot, but it's like an AI LLM, like social media graph based fucking thing that basically qualifies all these tokens launching, and like it qualifies them by memeability, by people talking for them online, all these things, and it gives you a grade, it gives you the thing, and then you can choose whether you want to degen into it or not. But apparently, like, it's already caught like 4 of the biggest like Solana tokens, you know, like at a pretty decent stage in the pump and whatever. So like, anyways, I heard about it, I got some, and I was like, oh, let's see. And I've been just seeing what comes out, and every now and then I'll take a little punt here and there. But I'm more interested in the token and what they are doing themselves, because they plan to eventually, like, once they, I don't know, I don't want to call it perfect, because you can't perfect these things, but once they fine tune it enough, they're going to start applying it to sports betting and other things, which is really interesting. And from what I speak with a lot of people that are big into the Solana ecosystem, the dev that is developing this tool is no fucking slouch. And so far, it's doing good. So
I'm hurt by what we're doing to our community.
Look, I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
And DT is not even here.
I'm so sad Jess isn't here for this part of the convo, because she would absolutely love it. This is all for you, Jess. I know you'd love this. And look, to what Biggie's talking about, anywhere that you can get an edge, like that's how you're gonna get hit that 100x. I'll tell you one of the ways. So yes, I'm always paying attention to timeline and like social indicators, but the thing that I'm trying to figure out for myself is wallet tracking. I've never really implemented wallet tracking as a strategy, and I've now been building out my own wallet trackers. So, you know, a lot of that's very hit and miss, because a lot of the wallets that I'm tracking are just jumping from token to token to token. A lot of them end up being rug pulls. So I definitely don't have it figured out yet. I've gotten wrecked a couple times, but I'm also figuring out different ways to kind of see early what are the new tokens that are popping up that people are starting to move over into. And so it's at least helping me get a better handle, and also just getting better with Dex Screener, like how to use the sorting algorithm of gainers, last hour, last 6 hours. Shit like that.
I think adding that as a tool is super important. I've never done it specifically myself, just because I'm chasing more of the I'm basically using private group chats as my main source, like that. But I get that wallet
that's a
tracking
solid way to do it too. Yeah, that's an edge, right? Yeah. If you're in the right groups and you're in early, then that's a huge edge. Look, what I'm trying to be better at is only allocating very small percentages of my portfolios to this bet, because I've made the mistake in the past of just aping in way too much into one of these brand new fucking shit coins, and then just when it goes down to zero, you're hurting way more than it's $100 or a couple $100, things like that, right? So getting the scale and the size with this type of bet is very important. Do not be putting large percentages of your net worth into this type of shit.
I was reading the other day, I wish I could credit them. I should have, but somebody wrote a really cool post about like the edge of people that have been in the market through the bear and everything, like, and have had like a certain amount of time, like maybe a cycle or two in, and like the edge that you have to be able to have to be able to make snap decisions and ape into some of these things, right? Like, and I forget what token he was talking about, right? But like for our example, right? Like Pepe, right? Like immediately, like you have to be able to put together a whole bunch of things. Like it's like, okay, it's on base, it's this particular token, this dev, this person like aped into it.
That's why send contract address is a thing.
It's fluency.
There's no guarantee, but like for a normie that comes in and doesn't know better, like having already that knowledge or that history behind you does give you an edge also, right?
Yeah, it's fluent. I would call that like fluency, right? So like you understand the language enough that you can move very quickly, right? And that's why the newbies will end up being exit liquidity every cycle. The newbies are exit liquidity because they aren't as fluent, they can't move as quick. And so yeah, hopefully that's part of the general service that we're providing here is more fluency to a lot of the people that fuck with us, so that hopefully you can see these signs, recognize the patterns, and move a little bit quicker than the next guy.
All right, I have to get to these comments here. Easy in Crypto is saying 50-50.
50-50.
Nick Swerve is saying, y'all have failed me. I try to tell my friends and family to watch y'all. I definitely don't want to be right, but and I don't want to make a damn dollar on this stuff.
Fam?
Dubious is saying this shit is so funny to hear. And Squash saying, Q, scared money don't make no money. The people putting their entire net worth are simply betting in size.
Scared sats don't make no sats. Yeah.
Christian
facts.
Jensen, following the NFA advice here, I'm about to ape some Warren Buffett. NFA. Wait. This is Taylor Swift, 127K. This just, man.
I like that
like
Taylor
failure
Swift
to launch.
How
like
does that not succeed? How does a Taylor Swift meme coin not succeed?
At least half her net worth.
Guaranteed. At least 50% guaranteed.
All right, I'm going to attempt to get this train back on some type of
60% of the time
track.
it works every time.
Literally, you could throw a fucking dart at these things and probably be just as right a lot of these times. But again, it's going to help if the market starts to go in the right direction. That often is an even bigger indicator if you have success at throwing money at these random shitcoins. So hopefully we do see that little bit of a turnaround. Like I said, it's a huge day for updates. So we're sitting about 20 minutes into the episode. We're going to go about an hour today. So you've got us for a little bit longer here. Let's just get into the major updates. We did touch on the Magic Eden piece with runes. They kind of teased out a little bit of a trailer. You know, we're trailer maxis here. So let's watch the Magic Eden updated trailer that launched 51 minutes ago. Okay, I'm going to say something, and maybe I'm going off a ledge, or maybe I'm not. Maybe this is a super easy take. I think Magic Eden could be the most successful project of 2024 and beyond. I think NFTs come back. They position themselves on now even Ethereum. They've got the Runes Marketplace launching. Hopefully, SEI becomes something they're going to launch into SEI. We see this cycle now that's going to have NFTs be involved. Who knows if it's to any size? We see that meme coins are a large part of this, but Magic Eden could be the most successful project in crypto outside of Coinbase and a couple others.
You said the word could. What is that contingent upon?
Oh my God, so many factors. What is it not contingent?
The main one. The nearest one.
That if Runes takes off. If Bitcoin Ordinals and Runes becomes a thing?
I mean, I think, yes, sure, all that, like, right, usability. I love Magic Eden. I use Magic Eden. No shot. No, I'm not funding Magic Eden. I'm just asking, like you said, could. And while I think, you know, usability or it being maybe the one of the few games in town is one of them, I don't think, to me, it's their token drop. To me, it's what that token drop that's coming up. I'm not saying it's everything. It's the linchpin. Like if they fail, they're gonna die. Of course not. But it better do well. We saw what happened with Parcel not too long ago. We saw what happened with Wormhole, and I think it's unjust, right? Because you're getting free monies, but degens complain no matter what. I do think Magic Eden needs to land this plane perfectly for it to be. I will say though, I sent you a link right now, and that is a dark horse candidate, and I bring it up all the time. What could that mean? I don't know, but I've heard after Orange, they're going after Solana, and what else? Something else they mentioned. Yeah, they have Base, they've got Blast, they've got Solana, and I don't know, maybe Say down the line. What I like about them is that it's an aggregator. I'd imagine, if they do incorporate ordinals and runes and all these other things, that they will be pulling also like from Solana as well. Keep your eyes on Mintify, folks. That's all I have to say.
You've been talking about Mintify since day one, and I've barely touched it. So that's one of the. It's like on me. There's just too many things, and I've basically faded it to my own detriment, I'm sure. So it's like I guess the question would be like, do you think that realistically people coming in now can still make good ROI, or is it kind of like the early people like yourself are probably because like for instance they just had the mint passes, those already minted out, they're probably going to be pretty expensive to get into that. Like there's already been it's like a mint pass where it's like, okay, we're already
I agree. If you're gunning for the token, then I don't want to say the time has passed, but I wouldn't necessarily be chasing that. I do think it's a superior platform and tool, though, for looking at NFT data, for sniping, for sweeping, for everything. That's why I use it. Like in that regard, I think like if whenever the meta comes back to NFTs and you need quick data, you need to snipe quick, you need to be able to make decisions. I think Mintify does give you an edge over the Magic Edens and OpenSeas of the world, and like they're just getting better. It's been that platform that I think a lot of other people have tried to create, but they keeps falling by the wayside, and they've been very slow but deliberately like building, and I think like they're starting to ramp up a lot, like branching out to these other chains. When the meta comes around, I think tools like Mintify, whether you're getting rewarded with a token gift, maybe not as much as people that were in the beginning, but you're still getting rewarded. Let's see how well versus other platforms that have done the same, right? But I do think it's a contender.
Yeah, I have a little bit of PTSD because I got wrecked on some of those early platforms that were trying to be like the NFT intelligence ones, and a lot of them were token gated. So it's like I would buy for like 0.4 ETH. An access pass to NFT HUD, which was one of these platforms that had cool ways to, try and get insights on NFTs, and they disappeared. It's like, okay, so now that access pass is worth shit. I don't have access to the platform. Just like Quick Exchange. Just fucking disappeared. But yeah, I was in several of those kind of early NFT intelligence platform plays. So if Mintify is like the next iteration, then I love that. But my question, Biggie, is for somebody who's not already in, what is the like very simple 1-2 step of like, how do I get into it? Like just create an account, connect your wallet.
Yeah, you connect your wallet, and basically there's two things. You can just connect your wallet and use it. But, first of all, if you transact mostly on Base, like Cats, maybe you just get a key for the Base ecosystem. Now that you have that
keys across, man.
And now that you have that key, it basically gives you a multiplier on your like XP when you trade, when you list, when you buy or whatever. If you want to continue to be rewarded the way I have since I was from the beginning, get a Genesis key, which is those live on Ethereum. They're a little pricier, but to put it in perspective, I've been buying and trading there for a long time, so accumulating XP for a token down the line. But also I've been rewarded every single chain that they drop keys on. I'm just airdropped the amount of keys that I have, the equivalent on that chain, and it's been really good, like very good rewards. Like if I wanted, I haven't sold any of them, but if I wanted to, I could have sold them and made already like my money back in that regard. So what I like about that is that it signals to other people. It's like they get it. They do speak Dijonese, right? Like Evan, the builder over there, understands it, and I think he's doing a lot of things right. And so when you're talking about Magic Eden, I do agree with you, Q. If it's not like the biggest, it's top 3 for sure. I think it's going to do really, really well. I am
if they're
the token happens, but I think Mintify is a good tool and possibly still a play.
If they're the top NFT marketplace or just like Ordinals marketplace, and they seemingly have positioned themselves there, Solana as well, unless I'm mistaken, and they just start stacking more of these, they become like freaking Thanos with his Infinity Stones, man.
Yeah, it started as just Solana.
Yeah,
so definitely, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, clearly, like, I don't know the situation with Blur anymore. I don't think Rarible will be of any note, and OpenSea has positioned itself maybe as like trying to get some of these base folks in to that marketplace. But it's like, who else is going to compete at that level? And if ETH NFTs ever come back, I mean, if they can position themselves that way, holy shit! And then they're capturing again. We're bearing the lead here. April 23rd. The simplest and most intuitive runes platform, the future of BTC, is on Magic Eden. I mean, they've hit so many different narratives at this point that, like, how do they not eventually, just become the I don't know who else you would put up there as more successful. Maybe some protocols like Base, but I don't know who you put up there. Top 3 most successful products in the space right now.
Blast. Let's see what happens.
Okay, outside of the protocols.
Oh, okay, outside of it, yeah.
Just like marketplaces.
No, outside anything but a layer 1 or layer 2 protocol.
Only one that, and I can't believe I'm saying it.
God.
Yeah, I was.
Say it.
Rarible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go like a lending platform before I go Rarible.
I know. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of these alt marketplaces, the ones that trade all the other NFTs that very few people know how to talk about, figure out a way to be a contender. Again, the only one that I can see leveraging Magic Eden's success and then eventually maybe turning into a contender would be Mintify. Okay. Because Magic Eden is not on Blast, it's not on Base. And Mintify is really cementing its presence there. Like, I feel like the whole time, most people faded Mintify during the ETH season. They were very happy transacting on Blur, chasing the points there and other things. And now it's like coming out of the woodwork with a whole bunch of things, and it's making its presence known. So that's the only one that I feel down the line could be a contender.
All right, I'm going to get to several of these other updates. We've been trying to get you guys updated on runes, by the way, as much as possible. I need to do that continuously myself just to be ready for this meta, and I feel unprepared. So
underexposed.
We are definitely doing that. DP just joined us. We'll get him on stage here in just a moment. He is in the green room. In the meantime, I'm going to get you some quick updates here. I'm gonna breeze through these. Robert Hugendorn has been a favorite follow of mine for a long time. OG in the space, started Play to Earn newsletter, I believe. He works with DApp Radar right now. He's saying Ronin Network and its ecosystem gaining traction, approaching 3 million active wallets in the month, and DApp transactions up 27% to 37 milli. So those are the top products. It looks like in the ecosystem, you got Pixels Online, Carve, Ape Iron, and Katana. Optimism doing a retroactive, looks like a retroactive funding round for different projects. This includes Base Chain, right? Any project that's on Optimism is going to be potentially receive. I'm not saying any project. I'm saying potentially receiving some of this 10 million OP for super chain builders.
I'm getting more bullish on Optimism. I feel like what Polygon should have done is kind of what they're successfully achieving, which is becoming more of like the infra play, more of the B2B instead of B2C chain. And right now, Base is built on Optimism. WorldCoin Layer 2 coming to Optimism. I think Blast somebody confirm that, please. I'm not 100% sure that Blast is optimism, but I think it might be. And I was like, some random dude at the gym yesterday. This is anecdotal, but this is like an older dude. He's probably in his like late 40s. Just starts talking to me about fucking crypto. He's like, I love it. I'm trading everything. It's crazy. And he's like, I'm super bullish on Base because of Coinbase, but I don't know how to get exposure to it. And I'm like trying to explain like the different ways. So it's like, well, Coinbase stock. Obviously there's different coins on there. There's Ethereum because that's the main like basically native token for Base. But then it's like, oh yeah, fucking Optimism, because Optimism is benefiting. They're written into any deal agreements, memos, smart contracts, whatever the infra. They're getting cuts of the success of anything built on top of their tech stack. That's their business model. So like I'm just getting more and more optimistic about Optimism.
I need to know. Hold on. Okay, great. I agree with that. How did this dude know you were into crypto?
He's just like, what do you do again? I'm like, oh, I'm a crypto entrepreneur. And he's like, oh shit. And he just starts going crazy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like just saw the show. I don't know. I would have been
I just come out and tell people I'm unemployed now. Like that's what I go straight for it. Like, what's up? Yeah, crypto entrepreneur. I'm unemployed here. No. Anyways, DP, welcome to the stage. GM, how are you doing?
What's good, man? What's good? What's going on with y'all?
I know you've been listening to us as you were getting to, the crib.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my apologies for my tardiness, man. Me and G Double had a lunch date today. Talk about price suppression further. Me and we on a nickname basis with each other right now. So instead of calling him Gary, I call him G Double.
All right. Well, I actually don't know who you're talking about.
Me neither.
Gary Gensler.
Oh, okay.
Gary,
Come on, y'all. Right. They're too slow, DP. They're too slow.
Good Lord.
Sheesh. All right. Anything that we were talking about that you want to kind of wrap a bow on before we move on here?
Nah, man. Let's keep the party going. I heard y'all were talking about meme tokens. I don't know how I became one of the poster children on the channel for meme tokens, because I heard Biggie say DP ain't even here. But listen, man,
you don't know how you became that.
Hey, I don't. I talked about one.
Listen, GIF has been on the.
He's been spreading the virus in the Discord.
He's been on the podium, championing meme coins for way longer than I have. He's been way more bullish than I have. But listen, I've been enlightened. I've seen the light, and now I'm on the train.
Damn.
I want to potentially talk about a product, DP. I'm going to switch it up a little bit on you because I know, again, you're going meme coin casino. But what product that you were shilling me on earlier in the year has put out a trailer, and I guess they're live now?
Which one?
Do you even remember what?
Yeah, yes, sir. Oh, baby card.
I don't know. It did seem almost like a cappy. I don't know if it's like a fat little otter waddling there or whatever it was. But I thought it was gonna take forever just to get to the door. That was like a slow little like. I'm going.
He's a little waddle. He's a little
get
waddle.
there.
They don't have the mobility.
Almost there.
So good. Usually I hate cinematic trailers, but because I've been playing the beta for a while now, I can 100% say I stand behind what Old Baby Cart and Old Baby Games are doing. This is definitely, if you all get a chance, go on Steam, download it, play it. It's fun.
All right, so I don't want to make this reference because now I have to. I said it out loud, but they're doing some really cool things that remind me a little bit of Wax, where they take this like Web 2 IP. Yeah, I said it. DP's pissed. But like you can see, like so the first time I got pulled up to it, it was over the SpongeBob integration. They had like SpongeBob IP in the actual game, and now they have Invader Zim in the game as well. So they're doing this very like just Web 2 IP inside of Web 3 games aspect, which is not what you see from a lot of different products in GameFi.
They're doing their thing, man. They're doing their thing. To get Q, did you get a chance to really like give it a go and play?
Yeah, I played the game. I mean, I actually got like second place, not knowing what the hell I was even doing. So I actually had a good time. I enjoy Mario Kart and just racing games in general.
Yep. I'm happy to hear it, man. I'm happy to hear it.
Well, maybe we play some on 420 DP.
We can get it. We can get into it. I'm with it. I'm always up for some OBK.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to share that off. Let's get into some of the other news that we had kind of ready for y'all for the day. I don't know which one to start with. Like, I think maybe the easier one is this Say V2 piece. Like that is definitely one that we've been excited about. We've been sharing with you guys for a long time. More direct here than maybe the next piece. But in our lane, focused, flourishing, Say V2 code is frozen. So meaning the V2 code is now potentially up for complete audit. And then we'll see V2 live and parallelized EVM live for the first time ever in the history of crypto. So this absolutely popped off the Say network this morning. Jay, the co-founder / the founder of Say, essentially hopped onto his spaces. We didn't have a chance to actually catch it because we were hosting at the same time. We host Say What around that time. So I'm interested to see if he brought any actual updates. My guess is there were no specific details there. We do have also some other updates, but yeah, basically Say V2 on the way. So many different things are associated with this update for the growth of that network. Just excited for it. Biggie Poppins, a lot of things happening on Say this morning. This one by far the biggest.
Yeah, man. Excited. That's all I can say, man. I'd encourage everybody out there to go and use testnet, at one of the DeFi protocols, do a couple of transactions. You're very close. It takes no time. It'll take you 20 minutes. And it could be a good thing. No guarantees, right? But, at least you're becoming familiar with the tools, what have you. This can be, the narratives seem to be lining up really well for all of this. So I'm excited, man.
All right, I want to get your reply here up on stage. I already brought this kind of up when we were on Say What this morning, but you were responding to Mills, who was basically saying like, hey, look, Say V2's live or very, very soon. And the farming aspects I need to get a hold of. So you were mentioning Silo, Yaka, Dragon Swap, Camel, Kawa. All of these, if that's what you want to do and you want to get exposure to this, I would suggest doing that relatively shortly, because a lot of times, V2 goes live, we could see some potential rewards from farming that stuff on DevNet.
Man, I'm slacking. I got to get on it.
You need to stop talking to those weirdos coming up at the gym asking for alphas. Tell them to tune into the fucking channel.
I did. Oh, I told him.
Oh, he's on right now.
Welcome, sir.
He's probably watching. What's up,
All
Matt?
Right. We got Jessica Yatrovsky in the green room. This is a special moment. Always awesome to have Jess here.
No.
Oh, no.
She's going to come FUD our shit coins. GM, Jess.
Bump up that video quality, Jess. Is that all the way up?
Turn that all the way up.
I thought I did. I'm on full high definition 1080p.
Right, bam, there you go.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
We got you.
I'm day lit, so
natural lighting.
Is this not good quality?
No, it came in fuzzy. I was just making sure.
Oh, okay.
We like to just make sure everybody's presented in the best light possible. That's what we do here.
Aren't we coming from the satellite anyway? So
yes, we've all given up our data here. If you're on Restream right now, if you're on NFT Live watching us, you are part of the machine.
I'm actually streaming from the WorldCoin app, from the World app right now. So yeah.
I missed the part of the conversation that is this going to be like the Amero? Are you guys too young to remember that?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. When
the Amero.
They were gonna try and consolidate I think it was all of North America into one, like the euro.
Yeah, the euro and the American.
Oh, really? That was the thing?
If you ever watch Zeitgeist, they were like the Amero.
Yeah,
like North America, South America.
No, I think it wasn't just Mexico, U.S. and Canada. I think where it's gonna create one super fiat called the Amero, like the euro.
I mean, in all fairness, we're one piece. Like, what's these borders about? I mean, we don't have to get into that on this show.
Wow. Just throwing grenades straight into the room.
Well, I mean, they're just trying to keep us apart. We just want to love each other, right?
All right, we should probably have the WorldCoin combo. I thought that one was pretty funny, but we also I feel like you guys got into it. It was like 45 minutes worth of just back and forth on that one. So maybe we don't spend as much time on NFT Live, but it was great. Hey, last thoughts here on the SEI V2 front. I mean, it is big news. We cover SEI. We love the community. We love the network there. Like we told you right now, you need to start doing this farming if that's what you want to do. It's coming. It's probably weeks away, maybe less. I would say maybe 2 weeks is what I'm thinking.
I mean, if you've been waiting for this, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Everything seems to be aligning great. At this moment, I need to just light a candle and pray that this works as advertised. Because if it does, it's awesome. Light a candle.
Same here. Same here. All right, guys. I mean, there were several different updates, but we cover most of that on Say What, so that we do that on 11 a.m. Eastern over there on X. Tune into that if you want like the full update there. All right, let's see. GM Jess is coming from Easy talking about the Amero. Also, the Amero is the U.S. dollar. I guess it technically is if you think about it, at least in Mexico probably. Squashman is saying, holy shit, Zeitgeist, what a throwback.
It's so good. I recently watched it again. It holds up, guys. The OG one, the one that we used to give each other on DVDs. The
one where it was like going into Zoroastrianism and I feel like we're gonna get banned from YouTube if we go down that route.
But that's where you can watch it. You can watch it on YouTube.
Oh, there we go.
Have y'all ever heard of The Secret?
Well, yeah. My God.
Which one?
Victoria's. Never mind. All right. This
by
is
Rhonda Byrne. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to transition us right now. We're moving into a topic that is relatively heated. It's got some drama associated with it. I'm going to transition us with Beanie here because first of all, GIF had a fantastic take on Beanie the other day. And this one, like when I read it, I was like, I hearkened back to GIF's message. Because this guy has been fudding Bored Ape Yacht Club for one, but just a lot of the NFT sector in general. And then he puts this out literally an hour ago, maybe 30 minutes ago, saying, I forgot how much fun NFTs are. Do we run it back with rarity traits and import? This guy was absolutely dunking on almost every single NFT collection on Ethereum for I think a calendar year. And just today is saying, I guys, remember how fun NFTs are? This was awesome.
So this is can we
bipolar or like split personality decision or something?
No, he's attention whore. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Like
I don't want to run it back.
Like, can we just
it's a transition.
Don't give it a time, GIF, but it is. I feel you, man. I do.
It's too like we give too much oxygen to the ridiculous shit that he's spouting all the time. That was the bigger point, is that like this guy has not actually created anything super successful or meaningful. And when you look at somebody like a Luca Netz or a Gordon Goner or a fucking Pac-Man, like some of these people are actually building legitimate businesses and enterprises. This guy is not a legitimate leader, and yet he gets so much of fucking attention on all these hot takes.
That's how media works these days. Like that's
I know,
Twitch streamers.
But is that even a hot take?
Right,
He's just like an old man wanting to do engagement farming.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. It's boomer engagement farming. I'm over it, which is why I just get frustrated.
He should get on TikTok and give his advice while he's on the fucking treadmill, because that was the only time he was at all interesting to me, is when he used to do those morning shows on a treadmill and give his takes, because it's like a gimmick. He's a gimmick. You know,
I'm guessing some of his comments have to do, and I'm just using it as kind of a transition period here. But Dubious is saying, I'm pretty pumped for V2, feeling the same candle prayer for it to work as advertised sentiment. Arts is saying, I'm stoked for say V2. Web3 artists will have a new playground. Getting back to this Beanie piece and why I bring it up. He's talking about NFTs being, fun again. He's talking about rarity traits, all this stuff. It's like, this is probably the first time if you tried to flip Bored Ape Yacht Club that you actually potentially made a profit. Like literally it has been down only for a calendar year and a half. Sentiment has been down only, all of this stuff. This was a fairly big announcement from Yuga yesterday saying that they had sold off both Heavy Metal and Legends of the Mara, pretty much signaling that they're moving away from the gaming side of things. Not totally, like they're obviously still going to be under the Yuga umbrella. They're just being taken over by the Faraway team. This was pretty much championed by all of Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's still a ton of haters. That for whatever reason, and we've covered that this week. People just want to see BAYC fail at this point, and it is what it is. But the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the Mutant Ape Yacht Club, all of these collections really did extremely well here for one of the first times that we've seen. I think BAYC is above 12 at this point. Mutant Apes were up 25%, which is, it's weird to say that in crypto. Like, that's really nothing. But when you've been down only for a while here, Yuga feels for the first time that we've reached some type of level of sentiment. Gargo was tweeting out a bunch saying, hey, we're not finished. This is a long way to go, but really trying to cut the fat and figure out what they're about again is super important. Kodamara is also having some updates here from the other side, all that stuff. But guys, just takes in general about this Yuga news. And
sorry, before you get to Yuga, didn't Beanie do Blute? Was that him?
Yes.
Or someone else?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was part of that whole shenanigans. Anyway, again, I don't want to give him any more fucking oxygen.
Yeah.
He just gets way more than he deserves, in my opinion. Anyway, the thing that confused me about this, like, I think it's probably the smart move. And again, like you said, you're like kind of.
Hold on, Gif. Let's reset the mic real quick. Hold on. I'll talk a little bit, see if we can reset the mic. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, you're good.
So I think you're looking at it the right way, in that like this is all part of their process of trying to refocus and prioritize and maybe trim the fat, as you put it, but just like, delegate certain responsibilities elsewhere so they can focus on certain other things. The thing that raised initial questions to me was that this as a strategy of like offboarding more things is the opposite of what they were doing when they just acquired Proof and Moonbirds, right? So it's like they simultaneously seem to be acquiring more projects, more IP, more projects, more tokens, and now they're offloading ones that they've already been making internally. So that's the one question that I have, is like, what is the actual dominant strategy? It's still not super clear to me. Maybe that Proof deal was still, coming from, the CEO that has since left.
Well, this is actually a really great point of context here, because Biggie actually tuned in to Garga talking about Proof. So, Biggie, give it to us. You're muted, sir.
Sorry. Not talking about Proof, talking with Proof. Talking at Proof. It was a Discord meetup we had yesterday. I don't know how much I can divulge, so I won't do too much detail, but I will say you mentioned that this looked on the outside with this comment that Yuga might be cutting the fat. I happen to agree with that take, and I also think they're looking to, one of the phrases that was used there a lot is like, we're focused on quality, not quantity. Nothing leaves the door unless it's a fucking banger. That makes me bullish. I don't want to get too much into it beyond that. Just I know Yuga has a tremendous war chest. I know I got the sense from Garga that he really wants to make a dent and like really go into the art sector and make a statement, hence buying Proof and Moonbirds. And the sentiment from the community was obviously cautiously optimistic, in the sense that promises are desires unfulfilled, right? Like, let's see hopes and desires unfulfilled. But I really liked what he had to say. I didn't go in there with any great expectations. I think, understandably so, the community has been on hold for all Q1 and probably even before, since last year. We've been waiting for all these other things. So this is the first time that I go into a town hall with proof in a long time, and I come out feeling good. I think the mindset and the focus, at least in this proof arm, I like what I heard. And if that, I can only see how that helps Yuga, overall. So stoked, bullish.
There's a lot to unpack here around how Yuga formed its ecosystem, like not its ecosystem, it's like company structure to build this stuff. Like they basically, like Faraway was helping them build, but they were within the company, and now it feels like Faraway is going to be its complete own entity, just focused on that, while Yuga focused on something completely different. It's been a year and a half of a lot of missteps. It feels like Garga and the team are taking the L on the gaming front. Other side still is absolutely a behemoth of a product, and that this is not signaling, I hope, that they're, kind of shifting their focus on the other side. But it feels like they're going back to the cultural side of things. Biggie mentioned the proof side with art and Moonbirds and these pieces, and less, hey, it wasn't good. It felt like we were getting separated from a lot of what made us legitimate to try to chase this rabbit that was GameFi and gaming. And it's a very interesting time, but I will say, just reading and going through the community, very well received by most everyone in the yacht club. They seem to think that crypto, I guess Garga, is going in the right direction.
That's
and
good.
Leading us there.
It's very good to see a little bit of a rebound and like some support there around 10 ETH and it bouncing and Mutants starting to move. That's a very good sign, because again, as much as most people don't want to admit it, so much about the whole NFT space really does do much better and relies upon Yuga succeeding. Or at least like it is good for the whole space when Yuga is doing well. So I think this might actually be a bigger signal than we even realize for where NFTs are at, because if you start to see Yuga assets move again, you're going to start to see a lot of other things start to move again. That's how that's going to work. It's going to be a leading indicator. So anyway, I'm excited about that. It also, this sort of pivoting in this sort of check. Hello.
No. Yeah. I mean, just to give added context too, like Faraway, I don't know what happens with Dookie Dash. Like that was a huge part. Like Legends of the Mar Heavy Metal seemed to be secondary to what they were trying to do with Dookie Dash. So I don't know how. I think Dookie Dash is still under Yuga Labs and not under Faraway, but I could be completely wrong. I need to check on that. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, I don't know that we have all the answers yet, but what I'm more worried about now, because like you're talking about this sort of capitulation around a lot of this GameFi Web3 gaming, like a lot of the NFT projects that shifted a lot of their focus and resources to chasing the Web3 gaming narrative, that there might be some capitulation around that. Makes me worry about some of the other projects that also did that, like even later ones like Deadfellas. Like Deadfellas has struggled, man, and they were one of those ones that chased a lot of narratives and even tried chasing the Web3 gaming narrative, and they were late on that. They've been late to a lot of things. I sold off, I don't know, 70% of my Deadfellas. I'm still holding a couple because I think at some point it has its moment. But yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that comes to mind here too, is that there's a lot of other projects that have kind of tried to chase that Web3 gaming narrative that might just also be capitulating at some point.
But see, if Yuga Labs is focusing on all this gaming right now, I don't understand how that translates to NFTs doing well. Like, because it's never going to be the way it was, and that's not me, taking a sour sort of attitude about it. I just don't think it'll ever be like it was. Like, it's not going to be. Yuga Labs needs to continue to be doing well so everybody doesn't drown, I think, for sure, but it's never going to go like up above that bar where it was. I mean, what's the floor right now? Like, oh my God, like my heart pounds thinking about people that just rode it all the way down and you know, never cashed out their ape coin and all of that. And I just like wonder why, like, are we all here just to have pivoted to gaming, you know? And
so
like,
this move actually feels like they're going in the opposite direction now. It really does. Like, I think they went full board. Like, we're hiring Daniel Allegre, who's the former CEO at Blizzard, one of the biggest gaming studios in the world. They canned his ass, threw Garga back in there. It's been 2 months since Garga's taken over, and now they're selling off the I don't even know how you do that. You sell off the entity that is, like, how does that work? If you sell off Legends of the Morrow and
the IP,
the IP, I guess. Yeah, but it's probably more than that. There's probably teams involved and stuff
the
like
IP,
that.
The team, it's an acqui-hire IP tech, you know.
Yeah. So Jess, this move is them saying it's too much for us. It's clearly not worked. We're going to try to go back. But to your point, can it ever recapture that stuff? You know, Stats had a really great post on a Garga message a while ago. Let me see if I can pull up NFT Stats post, which I think melds directly into what you're saying. Let me make sure I get this.
I just feel like we've reached a ceiling, and that's okay. I think like there's a lot of room to like function within the space that we've created. I think people are just like keeping on this narrative of hoping that it's going to go back instead of the idea of the moving forward and working with what we have. And yeah, like all these video games, like if video games, shit, like I want to see a Yeti video game. Like, why aren't we doing stuff with like projects that are just like total bangers? Like, that's interesting to me, you know, not like
a Yeti
metaverse.
A Yeti video game would be
Yeti, please.
That would be a funny meme for a week. You know?
Yeah, but it would be a fun game if it was developed because it has like character. Like all your guys' video games are so serious. They're like, oh, you know, and like have guns and like, it's like, come on. It's like, I want to see a Yeti and like a Mario Kart racing game.
Jess is the gaming expert on the panel. Jess is
I'm a consumer in Web3, so you should listen to me because I would play that game.
You're not a gamer.
Well, they say consumers really.
Did I say I was a gamer? I said I would play that game.
Okay.
What would the game be about though? I mean, it's a Yeti game, but what would it be about?
I said I want to see a Yeti in a car racing other Yetis with
like,
flip flops on.
Kind of like what we just showed with
Baby Cart. Yeah.
Well, Baby Cart, huh?
I think I think there's like a really good topic of conversation here in that the shit that they did with Heavy Metal fell so flat, and the Legends of the Morrow fell so flat because they weren't fun, simple games. Like Dookie Dash was successful for a reason. It was a very, very simple game. You flew around a sewer trying to get to the end and not die, and it lasted 5 minutes max, and that was it. And then you have the farming aspect of Legends of the Morrow and Heavy Metal, and that was boring to a lot of people, rightfully so. So there's an element to what you're saying, Jess, where like you are the consumer, you want to play more simple games, and I think they're starting to understand that. This is the quote here by Stats really quick. He said, like everything, attention comes in cycles. Someone takes an unpopular thing, does something interesting and cool with it, and it gets adopted in the mainstream, and it becomes uncool again. Rinse and repeat forever. Stats saying that this is the story of NFTs and BAYC in a nutshell.
But the thing, so for me, that none of the games that Yuga tried to make were serious. Dookie Dash was serious. Heavy Metal was literally a fucking
serious in the sense of people were creating spreadsheets for that game. DP. It has nothing to do with how serious it looks. It's about the actual game itself was very serious. It was the opposite of fun.
They just weren't good at creating games. Like they should have never gone down that path.
Dookie Dash was really fun.
If they were going to go down that path, they should have acquired a smaller studio that were already churning out fun switch hit games. They should. That's what they should have done. Other than that, they should have stuck to the fucking roadmap and stuck to becoming the Soho house of Web3 or whatever it is they were trying to do, or release burger chains or whatever.
I'm confused at the reaction here because this is what they're doing. They're trying to go back to that, DP. They're literally saying we're cutting this out and we're moving back that way.
I mean, I get it, but shit, sometimes too little, too late. But like I said, I'm interested in seeing how they resurface, and I hope that they can. It'll be interesting to see if they can get the momentum back around them. But I just hate that they even went down that route. It just wasn't the right decision. But hindsight is 2020, so I won't dump on them too much. But at the same time, sometimes you have to understand and realize when you are kind of like out of your realm. Like I don't even understand why they went away from the original roadmap in the first place. I think that they just got caught up on everybody saying that gaming is the meta, gaming is the future. And they were like, oh, okay, well let's go jump over into that industry.
I want you guys. I want you guys to take over this comment because I'm interested in how the broader community thinks. I will say, listening to their podcast with the Larva Labs team, which they worked with to acquire CryptoPunks, that podcast was 45 minutes of gaming talk and 10 minutes of CryptoPunks talk. And these guys are like Garga and Gordon, hardcore gamers. They were like grinding EverQuest on like servers, and they I think they wanted this to work, and they kind of like pigeonholed it. I don't know. I just want to add that context in there. Like, this wasn't them just being like, we're not gamers, but like we want to be super successful. This was them being hardcore gamers and fucking up, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe they bit off more than they could chew.
Definitely, they scaled too fast. That's what happened. They scaled way too fast. And back to what that quote's about is recognizing how fickle the metas and the narratives and the liquidity in the space is. Everything, the waves come so fast and they crash just as fast, right? And so trying to build any sort of long-term trajectory in the space is incredibly difficult. Like you got to figure out how do you bridge. That's why like what Parallel's done is so fucking difficult to replicate. Somehow they built for years and it's all come together so fucking well. This is a unicorn. Parallel is a fucking unicorn because somehow they spent years building a game that it all came together and worked.
I think Parallel is staying true to what it is that they were building, because as I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, how the fuck do you go from Dookie Dash to Other Side to Heavy Metal? Like, and none of those games are similar in any form or fashion. Like, how do you go from one to the other to the other?
The Other Side happened first.
Yeah, the Other Side did happen first. You're right, but then it came Dookie Dash, and then came Heavy Metal. But the thing is, like, how do you go from one to the other, and who were you play testing this stuff with?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Fair. Like, nobody. Listen, it didn't take 10 minutes to see that Heavy Metal was some bullshit. It was literally a pooper scooper game. It was going around being a robotic pooper scooper. Like, what the fuck?
Jonah was right about that. Jonah was right about that. I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt because I remember it was, to your point, DP, 10 minutes after it released, the hot takes and the FUD was filling the timeline. Like, this is trash. They could have done it better if they did this. And I was like, yo. I was like, wait, give them a chance. Give it a couple weeks. It's got phases. They're going to build it out. It's going to be great. Nah, they were right.
There was something DP that they were trying to really accomplish, which they were so... I still think that this is a really cool way to go about it, right? But they totally botched those last two games, in that those games were setups for the Other Side. They were taking these assets and evolving them in steps to eventually get to be in the Other Side. It was a really cool thesis. The games just sucked. They were storytelling. They were storytelling via expansions with NFT assets.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but in gaming, you can never go to a phase that is trash. That's not fun. Every phase has to be fun. You can't go through this is going to be trash, but y'all just hanging there with us. We're going to give y'all some fun. Like, what the fuck
But
does
see,
that
that's
doesn't
what I've
fit
been
in.
saying about gaming as a non-gamer, as Gift pointed out. Like
Casual gamer.
I don't want to, like, why do I have to suffer when there's experts out there building like amazing games? Unless something is like what do you call it, 1-bit, 2-bit little like boop 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 thing, and it's fun and the project did it for fun and we were all just like having fun doing it. That's great, but like they're being serious and this is embarrassing. Like, are you guys all embarrassed in this box here? Like, I'm embarrassed for what I'm seeing being the money being spent on what they're developing or like the lack thereof. And then just that metaverse test when they like had all those people in other side just like gyrating, like whatever happened to that? What is the point of that? And everyone was like, Jessica, you don't believe in it. It's like, no, I want to believe in other side. I want to believe in Yuga.
It's a demo.
Yeah, but then, but what can you do there now? What are people doing?
Can I add to it? Maybe, hopefully, put in sprinkle some positivity here. First of all, I have to mention the BAYC because they are the genesis product of Yuga. I don't see Yuga not involving the apes in anything that they do, whether they're separate entities is a different matter. But I do, from the call that I had at Proof, you know, I did hear a lot of commitment to IRL. You know, I heard a lot of committed to IRL as in a distinction, like a variety of types, like a big like Grails event, but also like geographically like different community gatherings, like incentivizing them and putting them together. I think again, like a good commitment towards art and community, which I think is why they probably acquired Proof. If they give them the leeway to do events the way Proof has, I mean, they are known for being top notch. I very much enjoy them. Now, again, the cachet that Proof has and the connections that they have with artists, I think, can be levered in this regard, like tremendously, to really start fomenting that club, right? That they initially started with, which is like people coming together that are tech savvy, that want to build cool shit, and that love art. If you can make that happen, I don't know. That's why I got into Proof, and I hope that we see that come to fruition more and integrate it also with the BAYC culture. I'm trying to be positive here, folks. I get it. It sounds like hopium. There's a lot of hope here, but at the same time, I do see a great team, at least in the Proof side, and I'm sure the Yuga side has like very capable people too. They have a war chest. So man, I'm gonna choose to be bullish.
Well, can't they go back to their roadmap though, like DP was saying? Like if they just stick to that, or return to it in some capacity.
What they're doing.
This is kind of what it is, isn't it?
That's what.
And like honestly, even when you guys talk about the other side, where I'm maybe a little more bearish, I think there's other teams again that have been doing it right for longer and that are kind of not mentioned yet. Like, but I still think other side could be a significant component of this culture club that they're trying to develop.
Does Marty hate Yuga? He doesn't like
I don't know. It's tough to tell.
Marty hates everything.
Only on Thursdays.
I don't know what Marty loves.
He hates
Marty
everything
loves.
except for whatever his PFP of the week is. That's basically
Quantum Variant
ethos.
is saying BAYC has to focus on the club and its members, all the values and the members.
Agreed.
Yeah, if in the ones that are left, and it's awesome to stand side by side now with Biggie Poppins, and you're in Yuga now.
I wish I could divulge more, but I honestly I was stupid. Right. I didn't check with the team and be like, hey, can I talk about this shit? But yeah, it'll be coming up.
So it's two things. One, Biggie Poppins. I don't know if you know, but Mills is actually GiftEd's alt. And then I want to get to DP's post here. What the hell is going on with Mills, dude? He's talking Ponky.
He's a doctor. So I don't know.
This is look.
I don't fade the doctor either, though.
You're welcome. I brought it in, and
now it's an official prescription.
This is what gaining traction looks like, though. You start to organically see more of the people that people listen to talk about this shit. This is why this is going to go to $1 billion. Not financial advice.
But there's been some.
I don't even own any.
Did you see the alpha that came out?
I own no Ponky. Let's be clear. I'm not shilling my own bags. I'm not talking my book. I'm telling y'all, I saw this starting to pick up over the last 24 to 48 hours, and you're seeing it organically pick up there. That's why I think it's going to $1 billion. Not financial advice. I don't even have any yet.
Hey, did you see the alpha that came out about the VC fund that's investing in Ponky? They put like $2 million.
Let me address.
You guys are now creating. You guys are creating news that didn't even happen. Probably.
I promise you. Let me go find.
That's what this show is for.
No, DP is talking about a thing that I also saw. It's part of this conversation that I saw.
But
I didn't bring that in because I have no way of actually verifying whether that's true or not. That could be
because he's not into his bags yet.
No, well, it's not just that. No, it's that like DP's talking about it like it's a fact because he saw it online, kind of. I look at that as like, yo, this is a bunch of influencers saying whatever. Do you know how many times projects have been pumped because somebody went into a Discord and was like, so-and-so's buying something, and it's fucking nonsense, but that doesn't mean that it still can't run off of it. I'm just saying, I don't know what's true or not. I'm seeing a bunch of that activity around Ponky. There you go.
All right.
I do want to address what QV said, right? Ask real quick regarding like whether you should get a Moonbird.
Wait, hold on. Before you answer, Gifted, DP, Jessica, guess on what Biggie's answer is going to be. I want to see what everybody's thoughts. Quantum Variant says, should we be buying Moonbirds, Biggie? 0.5 is tempting. 0.5 ETH. I want to get.
That's what it is right now. That's the price.
Yes.
Floor.
What is Biggie? I'm going to say Biggie is going to say, wait till after halving. I'm going to say that. Go ahead, Jess.
I mean, what's 0.5 right now? In dollars?
1,500.
In the Amero, what is it? 1,500. Okay. I would say he would probably say yeah.
Okay.
Like, why not?
DP?
I vote no. I say no.
Contrarian take. All right, Gifted.
I think he would almost all the time say yes to this, especially at this price. It's a ridiculous price, I think, in Biggie's perspective and a lot of people's perspectives on Moonbirds. But I actually like your more nuanced take that, yes, Biggie is a sophisticated man who pays attention to the macros and knows what's going on. So he might say something like, I would wait a little bit till after the halving. That seems like a reasonable thing Biggie Poppins would say.
Yeah.
Do it!
Yeah, if you're determined to get one, I would imagine you'd probably have a better opportunity for one at after the halving.
Oh,
but I would just say, like, to make it like, I am still making a very clear, like, King Solomon slice down the middle and separating proof from Moonbirds for the time being. I don't know how much symbiosis there's gonna be, or if Yuga, I do know Yuga is thinking about them separately, and they will have like separate team, perhaps separate Discords. So in that regard, right now it was a proof town hall, proof pass, proof people solely.
That's not a solid answer. I tell you what, I asked you a better question. Wait. So listen, Biggie, if you had no affiliation of proof, no Moonbird,
he's trying to rewrite history.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking a simple yes or no question. Would you buy a Moonbird right now?
50-50.
No, he would take that $1,500 and he would pay off the rest of his Capital One credit card balance and do the right thing. So
who the fuck has Capital One?
I got Capital One. Hold on now. Wait a minute.
Don't. I'm saying because the Capital One only has like a limit of 1,500, so he could get that card paid off. Done. This is a room full of degens here. Everyone has had a Capital One at some point.
Capital One has a cap at $1,500.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
They do have like a
you can give you bad credit.
You could request to increase it, but they do.
Hey, seriously, is this safe driving to Baghdad?
Yes, very safe.
My cars I still have from college.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They got us in college. But
I would
that's
say I would say only buy a Moonbird if you love the community and you want to be a part of it.
Yeah, see, there's projects out there
You
that
have
people are
given
still willing
three
to throw down
separate
for.
answers. I got 3 separate. His first initial take was you should think about it post Bitcoin halving.
For the investor, for the gambler, and for the community whore.
You never sold yours, right? You never sold yours. You still have your Moonbird.
Fuck you.
He's got probably a bunch of them.
I'm just checking.
Can we do a zoom in on Biggie's hat? Wait, can we zoom in? Can we do a full screen on Biggie's hat? Did anybody else notice that this looks? Yeah, he's got a
Like
bird
shit
on this fucking hat.
Yeah.
It's a Moonbird hat.
That's hilarious.
And it's good luck too. Yeah, this is my 90cc Jeff Staple collab hat. And if we were in person, I would be able to give you a POAP and a hug. and tell you are now part of the Biggie clan.
It's shitty, literally. You probably paid a bunch of money for a shitty hat.
Hour and 20
it's like
minutes.
A floor of $1,000 or some shit like that. I think there's only like 2 up for sale.
DP, finish us off with some proper degen shit. What's going on here?
So Far, which is the artist of Taproot Wizards and that ugly ass Quantum Cat, he just released a new.
Wait, is this the art? Is this the art? Oh, it's kind of cool because it's so bad.
Yeah, the Quantum Cat. So he just released a new Ordinal. It's a time claim. It's going for 4 hours and 20 minutes, and the mint price is pretty much free. It's
it's on
you
the
go
house.
down. It's 0.00007 BTC. So it's like $66 if you add in.
This is how they get your Bitcoin. This is how they get your Bitcoin. Slowly but surely, these little free mints. Pay the fee. Just pay the fee, and before you know it, you're Bitcoinless.
Is that a
That's
fly?
why I'm not fucking. Yeah, that's why I'm not fucking with
like
a lot
wasp.
of these. This could, I mean, to me, this is clearly sort of a derivative or playing with the flies, the X copy thing. But I, like Biggie said, I'm staying away from most of these things.
Oh,
it might.
Oh, this is like intercourse. Like
it might be a mistake because who knows? Maybe this turns into a runes. This very well might turn into a runes project, and then you get a 5 to 10x on it. However, I like Biggie's saying, I'm very scared of just minting whatever BTC open edition nonsense is out there because all of it's just vacuuming up all your fucking Bitcoin. Everybody's trying to get your Bitcoin.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't mint one, but I'm sharing it with the community.
How about the take that people are just having fun and they want to buy art with their Bitcoin?
A giant open edition of that.
I'd rather do it with my Capital One.
Excellent.
Yeah. Where is Huda at? I'm sure Huda would have like a whole take on
Capital One chain.
Capital One and Quantum Cats just took the biggest stray of the day. The XNFT saying there will be runes attached that they will hatch at the halving.
Oh.
So when is the halving? Is there an actual date or is this just like a
Saturday, Jess? You need to come hang out with us. 420.
Okay, but is that happening?
That's happening. Ma'am. It's happening and it's happening.
No, but is there an official date for the happening or is this just like a conceptual thing that's going to be? Oh, okay.
Right now it's at 1-4. Is that UAM or go down a little bit? Q?
DT,
yeah, it's 1:14 UTC. I don't know what that is, but it's
I don't know what UTC
I hope it's
like 4 hours past Eastern.
I can't believe it's literally landing on 420.
That's perfect.
That's fucking wild.
So with the happening, what's going to happen on the happening?
We moon into the next 8 months. We all get Capital One cards and max them out. Let's go.
We all go back to college.
All right, we're getting out of here. We went an hour and 24 minutes, so we went way over time today.
Wait, Q, remind people to come to my room tonight.
Well, send me the link, ma'am.
It's just on my Twitter.
Or your room.
Always send
her room. She's having
a room.
You have runes?
We should start a space. Here you go. Somebody start a space called Rune Room. It's gonna blow up.
Yeah, but have it right during my room. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're just gonna give away some art. And
let's go.
And I mean, Giff, you said it was too racy for you last week. And
wait, he jumped in and it was too much for him?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I wanted him to participate. But I was saying, you're very like relaxed in the morning rooms, like, and then in the evening rooms, I feel like you come into my room with like your collar up to your neck and a pair of pearls on, which is like the opposite. Like you got to come into this room.
That's evening wear,
with your pants unbuttoned. In this room, it's a full no pants room.
I always told you needed a naked Yeti.
Yeah.
In my case.
This is the room to let your dicks hang out, like not in the morning. You're supposed to be serious, right? So you can, remove your Mormon garments and hang out with us tonight,
All right, I got that space link in.
Bring your Capital One card.
I don't have my wallet on me.
You can spaghetti out with your Yeti out.
I brought a new plushie for today's show.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now it's a complete show. It wasn't until now.
Well, the hat isn't still on, so the hat stays on NFT Live, Jess.
What do you mean?
Backwards hat for you?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all sitting over there. I'm sorry.
She didn't wear the uniform.
It's okay.
Wait, shout out to Pizza Dow.
How many plushies do you have sitting around?
Just these
right now. Are you lying?
I have a little teddy, but that's not an NFT.
It should be.
I'm coming from my bed today.
All right, let's go. All right, so Jay Yacht joined us. DP, Gifted, Biggie Poppins. If you quickly, because we do have to shut down the show. Let's go around one more time. Say your goodbyes. OVOT for everybody that tuned in. We'll be here tomorrow. Please leave a like before you go for all these awesome creators. Jess, you start it.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
DP. DP, don't act like you've been here before, bro. We go in order.
My bad.
What are we supposed to say,
I didn't know if Jess was done. But shout out to Jess. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining.
His goodbye is a shout out to me.
Listen, shout out to the community. Thank you all for tuning in. We always appreciate you all. I saw about 100 and something people on X. Continue tuning in. We will continue coming to you all every day. Make sure you fuck with us for 420. Roll up something nice or smoke or sniff something nice. Do whatever you're gonna do. Take a mushroom or two. And we will be back at you all bright and early tomorrow.
I didn't know the 420 was for the nose candy, but I suppose it's for
everything
and everything. Yeah,
everything.
Look,
you still have that like Board 8 blunt from like 2021, right?
I do, and I think I'm gonna have to pull it out because this is a really special 420. I thought it would fall on like the 19th or the 21st. I didn't think it would actually happen on 420. It's happening, y'all. This is exciting. Get excited. Smash the fucking like if you're excited. I love how Nifty Q always does this around the box at the end, and yet people still can't figure it out. I fucking love that troll. It's hilarious. Also, if you want early art on base, everybody's moving art over to base now. Check out Droppers. It's one of the earliest legit art projects dropped on base. I love y'all. OVOT. Biggie Poppins, let's fucking go.
OVOT fam, this is so much fun. I thank you for visiting us, Jess. We missed you. Do it more often now and then. That'd be cool. I'll go check out the room later this evening. And we'll see you tomorrow. One more day, and then it's 420.
Wait, one more point.
I'm going to start playing you guys off the stage. Hold on.
Wait, before we go, did you realize that you also had the 69th episode of Say What in the Morning this week? So
I went out with
69 and 420 all in the same week.
The stars have aligned.
Numbers. They're aligning, baby.
You gotta start turning the beat up when you.
Hey, seriously, is this safe driving to Baghdad?
Yes, very safe. 50-50.